And with that, welcome to the 4th episode of Lobby Chat. They didn't hear all the crap before, don't worry. My name is Prime. I'm joined here with Mr. Jelly Ghouls and our special guest. We had our boss on last week, and this week we have our Mr. Coachman, Mr. Luckyy_Overwatch. Lucky, how you doing?
I'm good, actually. It's Lucky_FPS. Now I dropped the Overwatch because...
Wait, did you actually?
Yeah, I did.
He
Check
did
my
drop
your
the
name.
Overwatch.
Yeah, I did. I mean, you could still call me Mr. Lucky Overwatch because that's what I am to the team. But as a general rule, I just play League of Legends.
I'm fucking
Overwatch right now.
I'm hitting.
Granted, isn't an FPS.
Wait, what's on
Which
FPS?
is what your Twitter says.
Listen, it is when you play Titan and all you do is kill shit.
But it's first-person shooter. You're very much not in first person.
I like to roleplay like I'm in first person.
You do like a good old roleplay.
It's true.
That I do know about. Let me Where's your Twitter?
Lucky_FPS. Like
I know. I'm
3 Ys.
trying to find. I thought you were in my notifications recently. It turns out you're fucking not.
Lucky's been all in my notifications recently, so we're good.
Oh, damn it. I was going to say
the FPS isn't even capitalized, you lazy fuck.
Excuse me. It's my branding.
Also, I love when I type in Lucky. The first thing that pops up is your sad account, and then your actual account.
Yeah, I haven't posted on that in like ages. So.
Your sad June 22nd. That's not that long ago. It's June 23rd. That's literally yesterday. That's yesterday.
Wait, what did I post? Wait, hold, give me a second. You're on reality as we speak in real time. 1 second.
There we go. Camera working. So, how's everyone's day going? As I have a party-sized box of Oreos next to me.
I have.
Have you
Something.
taken a midday nap yet, Alex?
No, I just slept like a human being.
Did you go to bed after we got off?
Yes. I went to
So
bed before we got on, and then I went to bed after we got off.
Most men tend to go to bed after they get off. That is a fact.
Yeah.
I hate you.
That's just biology.
Yeah, come on, dude.
I haven't gotten off in a long time.
Yeah, I could tell you're at your PC 24/7.
I'm not at my PC 24/7. I'm on the internet 24/7. I'll give you
Sorry,
that.
27.
27, got the 4 hours of sleep. Your 4-hour midday nap.
I go like 19 or 18. Because whenever I do sleep, I do generally sleep around 6 hours. Because I can't nap, is what I've discovered. I've tried to nap, it doesn't work for me. Because then if I try to nap, I just go to sleep. I have like a full night's sleep.
Have you tried watching Jelly Ghoul play Sage? That'll put you to sleep.
Now, he doesn't stream Valorant, so no.
I was gonna stream Valorant today. I was planning on it because I thought we recorded this podcast at 9, and I was gonna eat dinner, do a 2-hour stream, and then pop over here.
Well, you ate dinner.
I ate dinner.
What did you have?
So,
You can always stream after this.
yeah, no, I'm flipping it. I'm gonna stream after this. I'm gonna do Valorant and Halo.
I was like, is this really that much of an inconvenience? Fuck, all right.
No, I'll just do Valorant and Halo.
What
This
did
is
you
new
have?
Halo TC season.
You're missing the important question. What did you eat?
We ate chicken breast and butter noodles.
Yes.
Good old breasticles, my favorite.
Yep.
A true white man's palate of
Yes,
black.
sir.
I know I'm only half white, but I still am a firm believer in the fact that chicken breast is better than chicken thigh.
Actually, I will. I prefer it more, but like
Everyone in my family disagrees with me.
Okay, so I prefer it more, but physiologically speaking, the breast is always the drier cut of the meat.
Yes,
You
no,
get more
I
juice in
know
it.
that is 100% right, which is why you do have to kind of like soak it in like some sort of broth or something when you do cook it. But when it's cooked right, it is chef's kiss. But if it's cooked wrong, it's disgusting.
Absolutely
But like thighs, I feel like just like no matter how you cook it, it's gonna basically taste the same as long as you cook it. No. Also, when did that lamp get there? I just now noticed that lamp.
This lamp has always been here.
Wait, really?
There has never not been a lamp here.
How does that not get in the way?
It does get in the way. That's my issue.
Alex, your
'Cause-
video is distinct from your audio, just very slightly.
Oh well, fuck off. I don't feel like fixing it.
Just turn off and turn back on your webcam.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What the fuck is that thing down there?
Yeah, did you not see that? That is your webcam. This is your
Yeah. What the fuck is happening with my webcam? Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
fucking deal with it, I guess.
okay, it's better now. It's just slightly lower quality for some reason.
Yeah, just fucking deal with it. I'm not gonna fix it, and it's being stupid, so I don't give a fuck.
Sorry for the listeners / viewers, because I haven't found a good service to put this on Spotify and Apple Music that doesn't charge a ridiculous the ass amount.
I'll figure it out. I can help with that.
Alex is definitely the marketing major, the master's in communications, and real smart.
Masters in communications. That's funny.
Definitely got a college degree.
Master's in communication, plat in Overwatch.
Iron and Valorant.
Speaking of Overwatch, there's actually some big Overwatch news. Striker has retired.
And Ons.
And
Smile.
What do you get in exchange? You get Ons.
Okay, honestly, I would say they won the off season, but it's mid season. I have no clue what they're planning.
I don't either.
know.
I feel like this acquisition has sent the entire league shaking.
Well, I think that ultimately, as my tweet said, Shock got tired of losing, and Boomer ass Sandy Miller said, "Hey, where's that AMD guy? Let's throw him a blank check."
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They were just
But
like,
I don't understand
we
the
want to
reasoning for
win
letting.
now.
I don't understand the reasoning for letting Striker. So did Striker?
Striker retired.
Okay, so he just retired.
Yeah, he's just
But he
out.
wasn't underperforming.
No,
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Like, here's my train of thought. Striker with Tayo, ANS, and Glister on the roster, he doesn't have, and Nero, he doesn't really have much of a place.
Other than
because
the Tracer one trick.
Well, but Glister can play Tracer is the thing.
Yeah, but Ons
equivalent.
Striker's Tracer is better than Glister's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but is it equivalent? Not really. So I think what they're gonna do, personally, with my 5-head opinion, I think they're gonna pivot more towards poke comps. Play the sniper,
You
play
think
Ons
they're
on
gonna play the
sniper.
double sniper on the Glister?
I don't know if it'll be double. I don't know if it'll be double. But they'll definitely play Ons on some kind of long range.
I think it'll still be
like,
Ons. It'll either be Ons Glister or Ons Nero, right? Because Glister's a hyperflex. We saw that on Spitfire.
And Tayo's just a bench boy. Sad.
Tayo's just the Genji one trick.
He's not even a Genji one trick though. Like, I've tuned into his streams. He
mean,
holds everything to a reasonable degree.
just put in super if you want to play Genji. I mean,
That's true. He did kind of dump on color hacks.
Okay, but, like, to be fair, it's Boston. Like,
2020 Boston.
yeah, it's not really the hardest feat to accomplish.
Well, now it might be. Do it against Titans.
I mean, okay, dude, that's the other big Overwatch news. There came a report from sources I refuse to verify that say that residents of Vancouver and the fans of the Titans are starting to perish due to malnourishment. They can't get their breadsticks.
yeah, it sucks.
Fucking the DM screenshot in the fucking video that fucking sent me flying.
Oh, what on the Ons announcement video?
Yeah.
All the DMs. Yeah, I do like the.
I like my favorite one was the Florida Mayhem one and the Tayo one.
My favorite one is the fact that they had a group chat of all the orange teams and the word was just orange. And I just like to think
spelled wrong.
I like to think that all the orange teams are in a group chat together.
Here's the thing, Shock is no longer even orange.
I mean, it's one of their colors. It's not their primary color.
No, it's a tertiary color. But
Yeah, but they needed a new slogan. They needed a good slogan, and bleed orange or burn orange doesn't have quite the ring as burn blue does. So
yeah, but what? Isn't Shock's literal slogan to shock the world? Isn't that literally?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like they did live up to their slogan today, at the very least.
Not right now. Yeah. They're not. Well, actually, today they have with the news, but not overall.
And that begs the question, like, I really do think that Moth was, like, the key piece. Everybody's speculating he was, because he was basically, like, the dude who called every shot. Like, he was, like, the big-ass brain of the team. I honestly think they're not going to get the 3-peat with that Moth. Like, it's just, he seemed too integral, like, to the whole Shock foundation of play.
Well, from what I heard, that Moth was also probably the most distant of the Shocked players, like in the house.
Yeah, dude's like socially awkward. Probably
he was one of
doesn't
the
touch her.
most like as in he just wasn't like I super told the story on Plat Chat a while back about him and Moth having a conversation, and he was like, "Hey, can you help me do this?" And Moth just went no and walked away.
Dude, honestly, okay, and that's the other thing. I don't think.
No hate towards Moth, by the way. Moth, you're a great player,
Yeah,
but
I
you just
love
might be
Moth.
awkward.
Moth inspired me to play Lucio.
We shouldn't have, but I'm saying, I'm kidding. But what I'm saying is like,
You don't
yeah,
get the blue beam today, idiot.
well, I mean, I wasn't getting it anyways. You're playing Halo and Valorant, idiot. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Finish your sentence.
But yeah, so I think realistically, like the Moth situation, like his distance isn't distance. He's either A, probably on the spectrum, or B, just literally doesn't touch grass.
He might be high functioning autist. We don't know.
As a high functioning autist, I think he's high functioning autist. Because like, if you look at his mannerisms and the way he conducts himself, he doesn't really look anybody in the eye. Like everyone he's doing interviews, he's just kind of like in his own world, right? Like
Even
that's
in like
kind of one of
even in
telltales.
you know the fuck, why am I struggling for English? The comms check videos. He's not ever looking at the camera. He's always looking down.
What's
Moth
he's looking at his monitor?
Well, but like not even like
His
at his
comms
because you're
check.
saying no, because you're saying because like the webcams are angled like are angled to like to be looked at him because all the gladiators ones are head on, like they're all like should be head on, but like in break like not like in game, but like when they're in between, like in the lobby or whatnot, when they show those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Other thing. Speaking about the Vancouver Titans, Alex and I have a bet going. If Vancouver and Titans go 4-0 or 3-1 this stage, he has to get a tattoo of the Vancouver Titans.
logo.
Oh, why did you make it?
Because
Now, the
it
reason I said
sucks.
3-1, the schedule is actually very winnable. There are some
very
winnable
winnable.
games in here. First one.
I just don't think I'll do it.
I don't think they'll do it either, but it's a fun little bet. All right, first one, Boston Uprising. Winnable.
I can see that. Yeah,
It's winnable. If Punk is in and Gibolsi's out and Stan 1 feet his brains out, yeah, it's winnable. All right, next, Toronto Defiant.
it's winnable.
Yep.
Winnable if Aspire is not in.
True.
Paris Eternal. I think that one's probably the hardest one of the winnable games.
Okay, so for me, it's a tie between Toronto Defiant with Aspire and Paris for sure.
Yeah, and then they're not going to win this game, but Houston Outlaws. That's why I said or 3-1, because there's no way on God's green earth they win that. Houston will play Dreamer, Piggy, KSF, fucking who else hasn't played for them? Jake, and fucking Crimzo and Juby. That will be their roster for that game.
Yeah. The problem with that is it almost feels like Houston's on like sort of a downswing, right? Like they were really hyped this first stage, second stage, like they were popping. It doesn't seem like they have that same X factor that they had the first two that propelled them into whatever the fuck that first stage was. Because holy moly, they were insane.
All right, well, the reason why they lost to Mojo Jojo Sauce, as one would like to say, is they went 4-0 in June Joust. And then they went 3-1 in no 4-0 in May Melee and 3-0 in 3-1 in June Joust. But their strength of schedule has been so fucking stupid. They have not won a team. They have not won a game against a good team since week 1. Besides week 1,
Was that Shock?
That's Shock and Fuel.
Okay, but then you have to beg the question: was Shock ever a really good team?
Yes, they're
Like
7-1.
this
They're 7-1.
They
They're
are
7-1.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, dang. Okay.
They're not they're good in the regular. They just can't turn up in qualifiers because they've been dumped on by Atlanta and Fuel.
That is
I
true.
say dumped
Atlanta.
on. They went to the 3-2. It was the 5-map series, so I won't say dumped on, but
Atlanta's a weird case because as somebody who sort of likes them / follows them, I like them a lot more the last season, the season before. But like, I definitely think that Atlanta's a dark horse for championship contender this season. Hot take.
that's spicy hot. That's spicy hot. I think the hero pools they could be if they swing their direction. Like June Joust really worked well with them because they didn't have to play Rhine, they didn't have to play, and then they weren't challenged with the Zen, which I think helped them a lot.
But like people forget, Gator is not a Sigma one trick. He played Ryan and Goats.
Well,
He
Gator
was
doesn't play
Goats.
Sigma. Gator's the main tank.
Gator played Sigma when they beat Shock on Real
Oh,
Tone in the
oh, oh,
series.
oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. That did happen.
He is a Sigma player,
He can't
but
play.
I'm
It's
thinking
in the wheelhouse. It's in the wheelhouse. But
it's something he pull out. But I think that ultimately, like, the problem with Atlanta Rain, and this has been verified by both sources within the realm of knowing people in the organization, like I do know somebody who knows people, like actual players. It is a coaching issue, because you have Seffi as head coach, and Seffi, while a very good talent scout, arguably one of the better up there with Krusty, because he found players like DeFran. So like, there's no
with
doubt he's
Krusty.
Krusty scouting's insane.
No, 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 no. I'm saying no. I know Krusty's goaded, but like, is he up there with him?
I'd say so because you could look at the players he's found on like an individual level,
Okay, hold
right?
on. Okay, here. Let me look. 2019. DeFran, Kodak, funny. Okay, yeah. Okay, okay.
He's up there. He's really up there.
Uh,
And then his tender scouting was also really, really good.
2020. Well, okay. Iris, yeah. Pelican, yeah. Well, Pelican was hot. Is a hot buy. Obviously, Kai as well. Sharp. Erster. Baby Bay. Okay, fair enough.
Taco, Poco, like, come on
Popo
now.
is not fantastic, but yes.
He was one of the highest sought out contenders players before he got picked up down.
That's true.
In his role. Like, he's really, really good. It's just the thing with Poco and Daco, like, they were literally the embodiment of the toxic ass tank players you get in your ranked ladder games, but in a league, Overwatch League environment. So, like, they were never going to work. And this has been brought up not by sources that I know, but like literally they've gone on record, like publicly, and said, yeah, we had to like literally put Daco in timeout because he's just toxic. He was flaming all the Western players for being Western. It was a mess. But like, I think, yeah, because another thing is Sharp, dude. I feel like
Sharp is no
Sharp.
longer on the roster, though.
I know. I feel like Sharp got hard robbed because I think in terms of like, this is talking in context of like 2020 seasons. This is not current because again, with contenders being, and I'll touch on that because that's another topic we can discuss is the state of tier 2 or the lack of state of tier 2.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Touch on that. But with the ever evolving talent pool of players rotting and wasting their lives away in tier 2, I'd be hard pressed to say that Onigod / Sharp are like up there still. But at the time, they were
Only got
considered two of the
fucking
best.
nuts when he's
They
not
were
on
considered
ping.
they were considered two of the best like European prospects
Before
for
Kevster.
contenders
Yeah,
before Kevster. Before Kevster. So Sharp did not get a chance to shine on that roster. Because if you look at the way the roster's like set up, you have a large language barrier to overcome if you're a Western player, just in general.
Yeah, because you had Gator Hawk as your tank line with Subby and Poke Po. You had Dogman and Masa until halfway through the season when Iris came in, or LR15 as ZP called him.
God.
And then you had what, Saucy, Sharp, Edison, and Erster.
And then you had Korean coaches.
Yeah,
so
kind of a mess.
Like, so I think that like not everybody in the world is like a language scholar and they can't pick up languages as easily as other people. I think Sharp's main issue is probably just communication. Therefore, he was never really played and he was just dropped. And you know, I don't necessarily blame
Here's the
the
thing: Sharp was
organization.
played more than Erster.
Let's see.
Sharp was played more than Erster.
Oh, well, then,
By,
yeah. But, I mean,
by like a couple of games, but the main lineup was Saucy. Well, because when we had the double flex meta last year, the lineup was Saucy Edison.
Okay, here's a interesting debate question: do we see Sugar Free and Al when he turns 18? Do you think he just says
100%.
100%.
100%.
He quit the game as a thing? He only fills in for contenders teams with friends nowadays. He's not really an active player. He quit because LOL, the Blizzard developers are great people, I'm sure, but their developing skills are they're not great.
I mean,
soft region locking the game. Woo.
I mean, it is what it is, you know. I mean, I feel
I
like
love
I feel like a team like LA could benefit from a Valiant. Sorry, Valiant could extend from a pickup like Sugar Free. I think Titans could benefit from a Sugar Free pickup as well.
Valiant could benefit by not existing.
Here's the thing, though. Valiant, you can't. I think Sideshow said this when this kind of came down, when this whole situation went down. I want to toss a little bit of sympathy towards the players and towards LGE because it's not their fault.
Absolutely.
It's not their fault.
From a higher up organization, they should make a die.
Yeah. I think they should just. I think they keep the name and they just move the franchise.
Just go to Beijing.
Beijing, ship them to Tokyo, give Tayo an actual Japanese team to play on.
True.
Dude, Tayo's American citizenship as well, so like he's not even fully Japanese.
Didn't he immigrate? He immigrated though, right?
His name is like literally Sean Henderson.
It's Sean Tayo Henderson, right? I believe.
Yeah, like he's literally American. I think he immigrated. So he's like, and that's the other thing. Like, dude, Tayo is just wasting away on the bench. He's actually talented. I want to see Sean give him more shot.
Yeah, but by that merit, Super's wasting his time on the bench.
Well, okay, I know where you're going with that, but I'm telling you, he plays like everything. He's actually a hit scan player, if I'm not mistaken. He plays Genji.
He's a hit scan player that fills in for Genji because they picked him up for Genji meta in Summer Showdown.
He's a Genji player in the same respect I'm a Hanzo player. Like, I can play the hero, but it's not my main role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. He might get a new team, but I don't think he minds being on the bench that much. Because he's been on it now for 2 straight seasons, right? They picked him up midway through season 3, and now we're in season 4. We're midway through. They might play him. They might have something in mind. But you could see an Ons Tayo kind of thing.
Dude, Homeboy is just collecting the bag, and after wasting away in contenders for years, I don't blame him.
Speaking about, I don't think wasting away in contenders, though, because here's the thing, though. You can waste away in contenders and still think, okay, so Oz/OZ Gaming, right? One of the worst teams in, I don't know if they're Korean or Chinese but contenders, but they're one of the worst. 4 of the players from that team got picked up. 4. Yeah. And are seeing tremendous success.
That's also from a region that's dominant. If you look at NA contenders and you look at the pickups to OWL, sure, they've gotten better, but I'm actually going to drop some juice here, okay? And this is, I don't know where this goes up on. I don't know how many listeners you have. This is super insider information. So, as both of you are probably aware, because I used to talk about it 24/7, I knew Carter, if you remember, DPS, the Third Impact, his game player.
Yeah.
And Carter and I were discussing Tier 2. There is almost no room to grow if you're an American player looking to make OWL, because they're looking for Korean superstars.
Yeah, like we knew that though. We knew that was coming in.
Okay, but there's another juicy thing though. But which begs me to wonder why the fuck Rolf is in OWL when he's like 30 years old and American and like
he's
NA
like 25.
and bad. I thought he's like older.
He is the oldest player in the league currently is Toby.
But my point stands. You pick up a boomer support who's subpar at his role at best from contenders.
He's 26.
And OWL. And like it just blows my mind. And Carter got offers from OWL teams. He tried out for a few of them. But their idea, like, in the infrastructure from bringing players to Tier 2 to Tier 1, at least as of a year and a half ago, was literally, let's run Widow DMs and see what you do. That was like his version of the tryout. Is they threw him in Widow 1v1s, and he was 1v1ing OWL Widows and winning. And he just, at that point, he became so disillusioned. He said, fuck it. He just quit. And he mentioned that there was going to be a player exodus, which in a way is still occurring, where players realize, oh, this shit's not profitable. Like, the orgs realize, oh, this shit's not profitable, so they get dropped from the org and they retire. Or they just retire outright because the game is soul-sucking. Because there's no new content, which brings you to the Overwatch 2 conundrum. It all ties in with how shit Blizzard is at managing esports, right? Because if you look at HOTS, Heroes of the Storm, they had a successful esports structure until Blizzard just fucking destroyed
They destroyed that game. Like,
they were rolling.
it's horrid. Like that is a fucking esports horror story and a half. Is just how they
It's so
handled
bad.
Heroes of the Storm.
So bad. And they're doing the same thing to Overwatch in a way.
Yeah,
In a
like
way.
it's insane how their most successful shit for esports, like the ones that they probably did the best job on, is fucking Hearthstone, and it's just like it's not even that good.
You have
Which is the thing, I think this is where they gotta take the page out of the book from their sister company, Activision, because Activision fucks at esports.
Yeah, no, like literally, dude. You probably know this.
CDL is popping. CDL is popping.
It is. You probably know this, but for the uninformed, a multi-billion-dollar corporation uses fucking game battles for Open Division.
Mm-hmm.
Game battles. GB. You know, like the decades-old platform.
That we used back in the day.
Yeah, for Open Division. You mean to tell me that you cannot allocate the resources for a game that is supposed to be esports centric to create a platform for the esports of the game you want to go esports? You have a multi-million-dollar franchising league, but you cannot allocate enough resources to create your own platform for your own competitive games. And that's not even getting into the prize pools and the money and that whole situation. You have contenders players surviving in one-bedroom apartments and ramen because they get nothing for the work they put in. They work a full-time job, come home and scrim for 8 hours. They work 16-hour days sometimes to sustain themselves. That's why players are burning out so heavily. In the tier 2 realm of things, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't think tier 2 will exist for another year. I think it'll completely wipe away outside of Korea. Korea and China will be the only teams that that have it. You can't do it in America. You can't do it in America. You probably can do it in some European countries, but there won't be enough competition because no one pays attention to EU contenders. I watched the EU contenders
it'll die out.
And while there are some very good players in EU contenders, particularly Grethen, but he's not gonna get picked up.
Well, I can see Grethen get picked up. How old is he? Do you know? Do you have Liquid pulled up?
I do have Liquid.
If he's 18, I see him being a rookie next year, 100%. Grethen is insane. He's one of the best prospects, I think, outside of Korea or China.
He has turned 18 this year.
Yeah, so he's going to be a rookie. I almost guarantee.
You think that's a Paris pickup? It could be a Paris pickup, or it could be a Spitfire pickup because he's from Ireland.
London or
Paris?
Paris for sure. Let's talk about the London situation. What is happening?
I don't know, man.
Okay. Here's the thing about London, right? It is a element mystic experiment gone awry. Realistically,
So is Vancouver Titans.
But Vancouver Titans was successful with Runaway. They were successful, and then the org fucked them. That's different.
No. You're missing my point. Obviously, since they realized the experiment failed, they've since dropped players and players are retired and they picked up new players. But if I'm not mistaken, minus like one player, they picked up the core Second Wind from NA contenders to play now. And that was an experiment gone wrong because obviously they really couldn't hold a candle to what, the former contenders squad that was on Vancouver did. Because Runaway just completely dominated until Shock dominated harder.
Yeah.
But it's a failed experiment, and then and that kind of feeds into the Blizzard way of thinking. I could almost guarantee you, because I'm a business-minded individual to a point, right? A lot of people don't know this. I think on business terms, but if you're Activision Blizzard and you see this, oh hey, a tier 2 team from North America got picked into our league, what's going on? And they go 0-6, that's going to reflect poorly on the region as a whole. If you pull Linkser in your roster and you're still doing air, you're probably just not destined
Linkser's not even getting playtime right now. Linkser's on the bench.
Well, I'm saying they pulled him in, he did shit, and then they benched him.
Because, hot take, I personally think Dalton is a better player.
Since leaps and bounds the better player. But, then that begs the question, why pick up Linkser? Is it only because nepotism? He's a well-established player. He's got a lot of accomplishments.
Player with a very accomplished career in terms of the World Cup scene, not so much in Overwatch because he got fucked with old school Houston. But
you look at Linkser and you think solid player. But this from Blizzard's perspective is why would we dump more money into a region that's not going to do anything? if you pick up a whole NA squad, if you're a multi-million-dollar investor and you're like, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring and I'm going to get this franchise spot, and you're looking into contenders to see what's going on, like what's up, and then out of nowhere, one of your competitor teams picks up like a whole NA contender squad, you have a match against them that Sunday, you play that match, you 3-0 them with like literally like an hour-long match total. You're like, okay, well, I'm not dumping my money into this region because the players are just not good. You'll look into China, you'll look into Korea. The same problem.
Yeah.
It's the same problem with League of Legends. The way League of Legends actually circumvents it is because I don't know. There was like a big controversy. I don't know if they've rescinded it, but for the longest time they had an import rule where you could only have like 2 Korean players, 2 foreign players on your roster in your respective
Right.
region.
I forgot that
So-
was a weird time.
That's why an NA team like Cloud9 made that Miracle Worlds run to semis. I think semis or quarters. That's why it was such a big deal, because that was a large core American team. When years before, every NA team would bow out in groups. It would just not be an NA. Like you go to Worlds, you pick up your, you get your bag and you get out. Basically, that was the only year they seemed competitive, and it was a majority American roster because of the import rule. Now, you can't do that in Overwatch because of localization. Versus performance, because obviously if you pick up the core of Second Wind and they do absolutely nothing, then that would mean you'd be picking up talents from all across North America for all your NA teams, Canadians for the Canadians, China for China, and so on and so forth. That would just make North America the de facto weakest region, because you look at the Korean lineups talent and you think, who would win?
Yeah, Koreans got talent.
Ivy,
They got T1.
Ivy or Grath, Ivy or Grathan, like.
Yeah. But here's the thing also, is that at least in Overwatch, I don't know if any, probably other esports have this too, I don't know, but in Overwatch, like, I speculated this about the Pine pickup for Dallas. I think the reason they chose Pine to pick up is because he's probably the easiest person on the bench, like, out there to get a visa for, because he's already been contracted to NYXL.
Yeah. Also, hot take, I think
he's the easiest person to get a visa for.
Hot take, it was also a lot of fan service. Like, a lot of fan service.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas is about the fan. Tasmo and Hastro do understand the fan service.
Yeah. And, like, you could argue that maybe ONS is fan service too, but the thing is, and I am not a Pine disbeliever, I am just stating an objective fact. You can't call the ONS pickup or the ONS return fan service when ONS has a championship under his belt and Pine does not.
Yeah.
ONS is a more player by a mile.
ONS is definitely the better overall player, but who is the better hit scam player, we'll see. I do think ONS is better right now, because I haven't seen Pine play competitively since 2018, because he didn't really play 2019, because fucking Libero came in and picked up the Widowmaker.
But, like, ultimately, I don't think... I have hope for Pine, because I am now a Dallas simp, but I don't think, realistically, even...
I don't think he'll get played that much. I think he'll get played Junkertown, and that's it.
He'll get played Junker, he'll get played maps where you require a sniper.
Maybe Hanamura.
He may learn Kree. He may have learned Kree.
No, he can't play Kree. He can't play Kree.
He can play Kree, yeah.
We've seen him play Kree.
That's right. The infamous
Ash we haven't seen, because Ash wasn't in the game when he was playing.
The infamous C-Flash being traced off of Mega and just one-shots her after killing like 5 people. Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Houston Outlaws. Tough shit.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, that was such a nice clip. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, I do think you're right in your assessment that Tier 2 is not going to last, but not because... I think it has more to do with... How do I word this? So you have the business aspect where they look at, obviously, is it worth dumping money into? But then you have the player aspect. I struggle to coach you motherfuckers like 7 hours a week tops, if that. Like, and that's on a busy week, if I'm like really attending every block. And I play like barely any. My motivation for this game is in the dirt, and I'm like maybe a plat border if you combine all my accounts I've ever had. These motherfuckers are max diamond borders times 4, playing the game for 10 hours a day for diminishing returns. Like, they get nothing compared to what they put into it. That's going to be the downfall. It's not that I'm basically saying Contenders is not sustainable in the slightest.
Oh no,
because
it's not sustainable.
No, fuck no.
It's not sustainable, and this conversation I think is being highlighted now with the recent disbandment of Runaway.
Yep, Runaway's gone. Fucking, that's why everyone's leaving. Like, I
Runaway's
wouldn't be
gone,
surprised
Element.
if.
I mean, I will honestly. I really think because like I just don't think there will be I think by the time Overwatch 2 comes around, I don't think we'll have a tier 2.
There won't be a tier 2, at least for a while, unless they start actually, making Overwatch 2 good, which they won't. I don't. That's the thing though. I think Overwatch 2 will be fun and it'll be competitive, but it's hard to come back from putting hours and hours into the original game just to get shit down your throat.
Yeah, to get a new game with a new playstyle.
Yes.
I'm going to present to you a alternate outlook on that.
Okay.
I think, very hot take considering the state of the game and knowing Blizzard, this is more of a hope than a take. I'm huffing the copium really hard here.
You're huffing the copium?
Really hard. You're going to understand why in a second. I think that with the addition of all new heroes, including that fucking railgun lady, we're going to see... Sojourn. We're going to see an influx of disgusting talent on all these heroes, and tier 2 will flourish.
It will
That's a
flourish for
possibility.
a time. For a time.
For a
I don't
time.
think it's not sustainable. Again.
It's like, unless they start treating them right and they start, making,
But also at the same time,
putting in the grind worth it.
But also
Like,
at the same time, they can only dump at the same time. I am not gonna. This is not also entirely at the fault of the companies entirely, and I'm gonna throw them a bone here and saying if there's not viewership, there's no incentive to dump money into it. So people have to also watch in order for that stuff to be.
You know how to bring tier 2. You know how to make tier 2 sustainable. You bring back ProView. You donate, or you don't donate. You allocate 50% of the revenue from that to prize pool of contenders.
Yes, that is a fantastic idea. Rainbow Six Esports does the exact same thing.
Hey, by the way, these motherfuckers have masters in marketing and like in their respective fields. I didn't even graduate high school and I came up with that. So take with that what.
like Rainbow Six Esports isn't popular in any capacity. Like it's popular among like super hardcore R6 players, but the fact that they allocate part of their battle pass purchases just to R6 Esports promotes that and allows people to want to be competitive and want to be esports players for them. But the fact that, it's just like, fuck off, we'll give you a set amount of prize pool for contenders and it's not even that good, it's not worth pouring 37 hours a week into, plus your full-time job. It's
also,
sucks.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And also, I think Overwatch suffers from longevity in a sense where it's an established esport with established players. You'll see the odd one out come out now and again, like Hans, who's just comes out of absolutely nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are, say you buy this game tomorrow, and you grind ranked, you hit level 25 after hand leveling accounts because buying accounts are against TOS, smile, and you play, and you place diamond, and then next season you're mid-masters low GM. Then next season you're 41, 42. Next season you're 45 consistently. By that time, the game will either be dead or Overwatch 2 will be out. And then the problem with the developing talent is it sets them back. Because sure, you can be a god tier Pharah player, right? You can be Yazan, right? But if Sojourn comes out and she just is better than Pharah or like any equivalent hero in any capacity, you have to pick that hero up and learn them to 46, 47 level. And that sets your path to pro back. You can't even get contenders team if you're not good at the meta.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're like an insane one trick. Or, your brother's the head coach of an L team.
That sounds stupid. Why would anyone do that?
Yeah, nobody would do that.
But yeah. Currently, Blizzard, if they want their esport to flourish and they want it to be the esport that everyone wants it to be, because like we shit talk Overwatch a lot, we love Overwatch.
The game.
We play it all the fucking
Contrary
time.
to all the bullshit you are hearing come out of our mouths,
we enjoy watching and we enjoy playing the game.
I'm really gonna queue ranked after this.
There we go. It's fucking just listen. They have a fucking content creator and esports player Discord that spoon feeds them on how to get people to play their game and how to fucking, make the game good and make the game streamable, playable, and just help with the esport. They fucking don't listen to shit. They don't pay attention to that Discord.
I'll tell you why too. So you know how you're just absolutely gorking on ActiBlizz a little bit more than the Blizz side? Activision is the problem here.
Yeah, because it's the parent company.
Because, sure, all these changes would make the game fantastic, but if you are a COO or a CEO of Activision, and you have an established franchise in Call of Duty versus a brand new franchise that's marketed towards more of a niche audience, it's less accessible than Call of Duty by a mile. Call of Duty, you plug and play. Overwatch, there's multiple skill ceilings for multiple characters in multiple roles, so immediately it's less accessible. Why in the hell, if you're that company, would you hinge your bottom line on a less sustainable game in just period, right? And that's where the problem sets in. If it were a startup company that made Overwatch, the game might be way more popular. Honestly, I think if it were like a Hoopu Games, the dudes that made Risk of Rain, they're kind of like their own little developer, like a little small indie dev.
Little indies, yeah.
If a small indie dev made Overwatch,
I don't think a small indie team could make Overwatch though.
Well, okay, but
that's besides the point.
small being to scale.
Are we ignoring financial allocation, game design, affordability for employees? Are we ignoring all of this?
Okay, I'm saying to scale with Activision Blizzard, a small company in comparison to ActiBlizz.
Okay.
Not broke. Think Riot circa 2013.
It's still pretty big, but okay. I'll bite.
Smaller company.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay. All right.
Smaller indie company that produced like one or two AAA titles, right? Overwatch being one of them. I think we would be seeing a lot more sustainability in the esports side of things, because at that point, if you're creating a game solely, the game's not single player until Overwatch 2. Like, the game's never made of single player in mind until Overwatch 2. So then the obvious focus is PvP. If your only focus, okay, take a deep breath. If your only focus in, how do I word this without absolutely flaming the company of the game I love?
You can. They're not listening.
We've been flaming the company.
Okay, if you have a game that is strictly PvP and cannot manage the PvP aspect of the game, you do not give two fucks about that game. Bar none. Period. I would understand if you're splitting resources between co-op single player, a casual PvP, and a competitive PvP. You have two things and they're intertwined. If you cannot focus and put effort into a product that is, the "you had one job" meme?
Yeah,
that's literally it.
It's not fucking Halo. Halo has to balance all these things. That's partially why HCS failed. Probably is just because of the amount that they had to balance.
System, as we learned very recently, sucks balls.
Well, that's Halo 5. We're not talking about Halo 5. Fuck Halo 5. But that's partially why Halo died. It's because you had to balance the social multiplayers, which is a lot of people. That's a fuck ton of people. It's not like Overwatch, where it's like, social players will kind of stay in their own lane, and then competitive players are like hard spoken, everything like that. Social players give as much of a shit about the game as the ranked players. Social players, ranked players, PvE, and campaign, they have to balance all that on their one team.
Which is still a huge team.
It's a massive team, granted, because it's a massive franchise. But it's understandable to be like, okay, we let ranked stray to the side for a little bit, or we let the PvP experience stray to the side a little bit. They don't have that excuse. What, did you send the Overwatch team to play World of Warcraft for a few days? No, you didn't. You just stopped caring about your game.
We could this might come back to, but Overwatch 2 could be a banger. We have no idea. That's their entire team.
I hope
their entire team is out.
I'm hinging on the fact that Overwatch 2 will be a banger. Okay,
It could be.
I pray.
it's not even so much praying or hoping. I'm confident in it.
Mm-hmm.
Then okay, so you have the honeymoon phase of Overwatch. Think dive meta seasons, like early,
This is
like
Apex. You're talking like Apex, right?
we're talking Apex. We're talking Apex.
Mm-hmm.
When the honeymoon phase is all there and everything looked like it was going just beautifully, and it's a fantastic product. I will love hate the game till the day I die. It is probably by far my favorite game. So I say this with the most amount of love possible, but look at where it is now. It is easy to assume the same thing. The cycle will repeat with Overwatch 2.
Cycle of misery.
Yeah, it's like the Dallas Fuel cycle of misery, just with Overwatch.
Just the whole player base of millions of people. Yeah, just.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I think this sort of renaissance, if you will, that will come with Overwatch 2, think bringing old schools back.
Okay. Here, I've come through with a bit of a hot take. I've got a hot take about this that I've just thought of. Jeff being gone is actually a phenomenal thing for Overwatch 2. Would you like some explanation? Would you like an explanation?
Can I quickly throw some shade your way?
All right.
Very brief, and then you can explain. 5v5 PvP begs to differ. Continue.
Maybe that was in the works all along. We have no idea. All we know is that he's gone and Aaron Keller, right? That's his last name, right? Keller?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, so he is in. I think that with Overwatch 2, Jeff doesn't really have much to prove anymore. He made a good game. He's helped make previous games for Blizzard over the years. He's been at he was at the company for almost 2 decades. Yeah. That man is a well-established and well-achieved man. And while I don't know much about Mr. Keller, I feel like he still has to prove himself in the public eye, and I think this is his opportunity, because if this flops, his reputation goes in the toilet.
Okay, but then let me again, this is where my nihilism comes into play. What has happened since Aaron Keller's come in? They've added crossplay, which isn't even real crossplay, and they've soft lock regions, neither of which are very good.
Soft locking regions, kind of weird, champ. Crossplay, I'm glad it at least happened. I think the way they did it is good. I think the way the crossplay happened is good.
I think here's the problem, though. The only logical reason to add crossplay into a game would be to, what's the word? Unite the player base, right? So then why do we have 2 separate comp queues if the goal is to A, reduce queue times, and B, unite the community? That's literally, it's the same thing. The console players just needed to take extra steps to actually be able to play the game with more than 20 people online at a time. Mm-hmm. I think they should have gone the Call of Duty route, where you can opt into global matchmaking between all systems.
Yeah, that's
maybe that would have been too hard to set up with the team they have left to dictate and roll over Overwatch 1. We have no idea, because here's the thing: we are presuming all of this with no information.
Well, then here's another thing: just don't fucking do it. Just do it with Overwatch 2. Tell the Overwatch 2 team, hey, we want to do crossplay. We want the console players to be able to play with the PC players. Fine. Add that to Overwatch 2. Put that on their books. I mean, you've got to make this game still sustainable. Okay. This game has to keep going for another 6, 7, 8 months, maybe till the end of 2022. We don't know when Overwatch 2 comes out.
I think it won't come out until 2024. Hot take.
That's, again, we don't know when Overwatch 2 comes out.
Well, because
that's not the point.
Overwatch was announced.
It's got to stay.
Overwatch was announced in 2013.
I don't know.
But the point is, it came out years after its announcement.
Yeah. Well,
hold on. One second.
We're 1 seconding.
Give me 1 second. Yep.
Holding.
Meanwhile, if you are listening to us argue and bicker about Overwatch, make sure to go ahead and follow us on the socials that are linked down in the description below, especially for this man who I'm hovering my mouse over right now.
He's hovering over Luckyy.
No,
okay,
I wasn't, but...
did a bit of fucky wucky research here.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, Shreyas is kind of on the ball here. Halo was in the works in 1999, released in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
They announced it 2020, It's very logical to assume it'll be out by late 2022 or early 2023. I think 2024 is a very hot take.
But it's possible. But again,
It's definitely possible.
You've got to save the game that's out right now.
But the problem is they've gone on record saying they won't.
Exactly. So
that at the end of the day, can we really be mad at that there's no changes? Can we really be mad?
Yes,
Can we
yes,
really be
yes.
mad?
we should be mad.
Because as a consumer, it is us that... Okay. I'm going to explain to you... Give me a second.
Holding.
Lucky's pulling up the spreadsheet.
I'm going to explain to you, at least from my experience and my knowledge, the business to consumer relationship, right? So a business has what is known as a bottom line. It's the end goal of profit margins they need to / want to make by the end of each year. And they will do anything possible to attain that bottom line. The bottom line is attained through the consumer and what the consumer does and the choices the consumer make. Buying 40 Smurf accounts promotes their bottom line because they're getting numbers. Without the consumer, there is no bottom line. So saying, we're not going to fix the product that is already out because LOL, it's out, you paid your money and got your money's worth, is a fallacy because when you look at the title Overwatch and you think of the gameplay and you think of how things constantly evolve with meta shifts, look at League of Legends. These motherfuckers release a balance patch every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, without fail. Some bigger than others. They had like a medium-sized one literally yesterday where they tuned a bunch of champions, made a jungler that was disgusting, less disgusting, added 2 new items, and a whole skin line. Like, you can't tell me that, oh, well, just take what you can get until Overwatch 2 comes out. Because if we do that, people will burn out. There's a lack of content. There's a content drought. And the players who love the game will grow to hate the game.
Yeah, but
it will die.
At the end, yeah, 100%. But what can we do? My nihilistic approach. What can we do?
Well, that's my point.
What do we do?
I personally think the ActiBliz boardroom are a bunch of fucking chimps, literal apes that sit at typewriters and smash keyboards, and whatever words they can decipher from the message garbled letters is what they decide they'll do.
The infinite theory, or the infinite typewriter theory, whatever it's called.
And the chimps are on strike because they're not getting enough bananas, so nothing's happening. Because I will take a change in meta and a broken, busted character who I can learn and master and get better at, specifically in the DPS category. I don't give a shit about Sigma or Bab, they can both die. But like another Echo, like something busted, broke. Give me another broken asset scan. Give me Widowmaker.
Attention, you are roboting. Attention, you are roboting.
You're kind of...
Is that better?
Maybe.
Okay. It breathes life into a game that is hooked up to a ventilator. It's not good or healthy. Echo wasn't good or healthy. But people played the shit out of Echo on release and still do now. She's a viable pick in Owl. I wouldn't top here.
Roboting again.
You're roboting again, yeah.
Sorry, fellas. Nothing I could do about the roboting.
I mean,
but yeah, we get what you're saying though. We get give something. Put something into the world. If you're gonna kill the game, just kill it. Just let it die, and then we'll let us wait for Overwatch 2. Don't be like, we're adding crossplay. Jack myself off. It's like, congrats, you've split up regions. No one wants that. No one asked for it. Everyone's like, man, I really just want to be stuck in NA, even though my friend's playing Korea.
Hey, Alex.
Yes.
On a side note, you look very submissive and breedable today.
Thanks, babe. I appreciate that.
All right, moving on from the little bit of depressing corporate talk. I want to go through some, because we've basically been talking about esports and the game this entire time. So let's stick on that topic, and let's pred the matches for next week. Let's do some soft preds.
I'm gonna start this by saying I'm about to piss myself, just because I actually need to piss.
Go take a piss.
Can I go
Can,
take
can
a
I
piss?
can I ask
Thank
you
you.
a question first? Can I ask you a
Yes.
question first? Can you stand up and let me watch while you do it?
All right, shut up. Don't get me banned.
Go pee.
Actually, how deep into the recording are we? How deep in the recording are we? Okay, we're
Be
55
right back.
minutes. Okay, you can be weird.
Pog champ. Well, I'm not even that weird. I'm like a 6 right now.
Meanwhile, chat, if you want to check out the dude that is right below me on the Discord cam, what do you want me to link? Your Twitch? Or you don't have a Twitch? Your Twitter?
I don't use Twitter. Yeah.
All right, I'll link his Twitter in the description. Follow him. He makes some funny tweets sometimes.
Very rarely when I do.
But when he does, he's pretty golden.
I'm
Also,
mostly
go ahead and
just.
also, I'll link the Brawling Beavers tweet down there as well if you want to.
Oh yes, yeah. Follow the team that I watch.
Follow the team that he's in charge. Not in charge. You're not in charge of us. Follow the team that
Well,
he coaches. That he helps give managerial ideas on.
Duties.
Spectre's the most indecisive person I've ever fucking met in my life.
Also Mormon. Fun fact.
I like Mormons though. Mormons are dope.
So do I, dude. Spectre's given me such a positive outlook on Mormons. He really has. He's such a wholesome Christian boy.
I mean, I knew other Mormons before him, and I like them. I like them all.
Who was it that met Mormons and all thought they were just mean?
Not me.
Or never had a good experience? It might have been Alex. It might have been Jordan. Either way.
Well, Jordan's parents used to be Mormon. That's a little fun fact.
Yeah. So off the topic of Mormons, yeah. I make funny tweets sometimes. I'm mostly just really PMA to people in tweet replies because try to be a nice person. So you'll see a lot of that. But I do make bangers.
All right, so let's go through. All right, let's go through these fucking matches after that weird stint about Mormonism. All right, we're only.
What the fuck are y'all doing?
Can't
Leave for 5 seconds.
It was
You're
actually
shitting
more
on
than 5
Spectre.
seconds, according to the OBS time frame.
Fuck your OBS time frame.
All right, we're gonna do these matches in order, and then after that, we're only gonna do the week 1 matches. But I want to get your guys' takes. First match of the Summer Showdown: London Spitfire versus the Paris Eternal. What are we thinking? I think
Spitfire. Not Spitfire.
Wait, you said Spitfire?
Actually, no, Paris.
Paris.
3-2.
I think Paris 3-1. I think Paris 3-1.
I'm
gonna
agree with that.
I'm high on Paris.
I'm gonna agree. I'll agree with that and say Paris 3-1.
I'm high on Paris, but I think Sparker can come in and make a difference, and I think with Ryan being back in the pool, I think you're gonna see the Mulfig Zarya and the Hottie Reinhardt probably fucking control, but after that, it's gonna be done out for them.
Yep, I'd say 3-1.
Yep.
I'd say 3-1.
I go 3-2. I'm gonna give London one more map.
You're gonna give London what map type would you have him take? Hybrid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hybrids and contenders now.
Hybrid's on 2-way. He's on 2-way.
Oh, is he? Okay.
He's on 2-way, but yeah, no, he plays primarily in contenders because they have Sparker now.
True.
Next match: LA Gladiators versus the San Francisco Shock. What a banger of a match this is gonna be.
3-2 Shock.
I was
3-2 Shock.
originally gonna say 3-2 Gladiators, but now that the UNS pickup has happened, 3-2 Shock.
3-2 Shock, yeah.
3-2 Shock, yeah.
D-Pay is shitting his pants right now. Can confirm.
Do you have his Twitter up or something?
No, but he was on Plat Chat fucking yesterday. Before the news, and he's there like bigging up his team and stuff. He's also showing a lot of love to Moon and Rush, but he was bigging up his team, and then fucking the ons pickup. He's like, all right, Bird Ring, you gotta diff the fuck out of this dude.
You gotta come on, guys.
Yeah, I'd say Shock.
You're on low ping. You better not fucking die. All right, now as we move over to the APAC region, we're gonna move over to the APAC region. You got Hangzhou Spark at the LA Valiant.
Hangzhou 3-0.
I had to do my friends.
I
Oh, yeah,
just don't
Hangzhou
like-
3-0.
I just don't like Valiant.
I think Hangzhou 3-0 as well. They have a chance on control, but that's it.
Yeah.
Another banger of a match: Seoul Dynasty versus the Chengdu Hunters.
3-2 Chengdu.
I think it'll be 3-2 Chengdu as well.
Wait, what were the teams?
Seoul
Oh, yeah,
Dynasty
I
and
like
Chengdu
that.
Hunters.
Chengdu 3-2. Yeah.
Okay, we're all in
agree.
agreement here. I just don't trust
Yeah.
Seoul. I just don't trust Seoul. Seoul have because at any they could do, as the Vast likes to say, they'll just go and do some pee shit. They'll just fucking lock the Jester Roadhog and throw their maps. And they won't play their off tank. They'll have fucking Marvel play Zarya despite the fact that 2U's on the bench.
Yeah.
Weird shame shit. All right, interesting pairing here. We got the Guangzhou Charger, the New York Excelsior.
Rio, New York.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd say 3-2 New York.
3-0 New York. Wait, hold on. What is the fucking Guangzhou roster looking like? Okay, the same, and New York's roster is the same. If they put Guangbu in, 3-0, but they won't, so it's gonna be 3-1, I think, to NYXL. Personally. Alright, now we're moving back to the NA. Spitfire at the Shock, I wonder.
Shock 3-0.
Yeah, Shock
Yep.
3-0.
Nah,
Unless
don't
one
even
comes
know.
out and absolutely dumpies all over Paris, it's gonna be a 3-0.
Man, this is gonna be the first week I'm actually gonna watch the Vancouver matches.
Yeah, because you have to.
I have skin in the game now. Literally skin in the fucking game. That's what got you, huh?
I hate it here.
Hey, Alex. If
Yes.
you have to go ahead and do the tattoo, just make an ass squatch.
It will be an ass squatch.
Nice.
Actually, if they 4-0 this stage, I'll get a fucking Vancouver Titans tramp stamp. If they 4-0. If it's 3-1, then I'll put it where the fuck.
Terror's on the roster. It's possible. Terror got a 6K Dragon Blade against the fucking. I think it was Glads. So
Show me.
Anything's possible.
I am so unbelievably confident that it won't happen.
Me too, but it could happen. All right. Yeah. So Shock Spitfire, we're all set 3-0. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Mayhem and Defiant. I think it'll be 3-1 Mayhem.
Yeah, I give Toronto a map, but
I give
that's
Toronto
it.
a map because Aspire is a nutcase.
I'm gonna say hot take Toronto 3-2 because Aspire is just too good. I think he could solo carry.
Aspire is still on their roster, right?
I think maybe.
It's a 30-day contract. Has 30 days passed since he's last played.
If they don't pick his ass up for full, if they don't pick his ass up for full time, I swear.
they've got to.
Because Logic's had COVID. So if Logic's is good now, they might just throw Logic's in and leave Aspire out to
Okay,
dry.
but why would you feasibly take Logic's over Aspire?
Because Logic has more experience with the players and more team synergy. So I think I think Aspire's was great that he came out on the Widowmaker because of the fact that Widowmaker plays solo a lot of time, and you really only have to calm. I need healing, and this person's low, and this person down. That's all you really. There's nothing super integral. You can call out like other things, but like, it's not like you're not a main tank. You're not like leading the charge realistically, right?
Very true. Okay, what's the next one?
But I think if it's something like Junkertown, they might throw him in. But Logic's will be like the McCree player, like 100%. Like they'll throw him in. All right, next Titans in Boston. This is actually
Toilet bowl.
This isn't toilet bowl because Boston's actually doing kind of okay.
This is a toilet bowl.
Do you want to know the standings?
I'll say Boston 3-2 because Boston is decent.
I give Vancouver one map.
Oh, it's Vancouver. No, Boston 3-0. Well,
Boston is currently 3-5.
I give Vancouver a single fucking map.
Single map. I also think it's gonna be a 3-1. I think it'll be a 3-1 as well.
I don't want to. I'm not bold enough to say it's a 3-0.
what map does Vancouver reasonably win?
Actually, wait, hold on. Do you want another map differential first, Alex, before we lock in? It's -20.
I understand that.
It's still less than the
But-
Valley. It's still less than the Valley.
But 2CP is such an unpredictable game mode. So
Base.
I'm saying Vancouver can probably win 2CP. But that's it.
Same with Control, though. All right. Moving back down into APAC, the final 3 APAC games. Hangzhou Spark and Seoul Dynasty.
3-1 Dynasty.
3-1 Dynasty.
3-1 Spark.
I think so.
Very hot take.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from.
I just think Shy will just carry them to victory. I think Shy will just
I
carry them
can
to victory.
I can see it happening. I just don't think it will.
Let me look at the Seoul roster again. Okay, they're not gonna play Save Ulbi. That's dead. It'll be Fitz Prophet, Gesture, and Marvel because fuck to you apparently, and then Creative.
And remember when SBB was on a team that played him?
Yeah.
I do.
so
And
goofy.
you remember when SBB made some pro Hong Kong comments or some shit? He said
True.
something.
Well, that's why he's
Yeah.
on. That's why he's on a Korean team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just think Shy and Gushway will carry them to fucking victory.
Listen, Gooseway, not very normal player. Might need PC check, not hacking, but something suspicious.
Gushway is stupid. All right, Chengdu Hunters Guangzhou Charge. I think this is a 3-1. I give him one map because Eileen will play the
I don't
Doom
give Charger
Fist.
map.
I think Eileen.
3-0
Will play,
Chengdu.
I think Eileen will lock the Doom Fist, and then fucking shit's gonna go down.
3-0 Chengdu.
Yeah.
All right, and then kind of a weirdo map. New York Excelsior versus the Los Angeles Valiant. I think 3-1. I think 3-1. I think they get a map. I think they get
I'll
a
give
map.
Valiant a single map.
What's Valiant's map differential?
Do you really want to Do you really want me to read it out loud?
Actually, yeah, I'm
Yes.
curious. I don't know.
Take bets.
-25.
Okay,
I'll
Alex.
give -30.
Negative 22.
Ah, not
Yeah,
as bad as I'd hope.
I say 3-0, literally any team that faces Valiant.
God, man, I just so wish Vancouver could play Valiant. That would be the toilet bowl.
Oh my
I
god.
think
I
Vancouver would
want
win
it.
that. I think Vancouver's the best.
I want
I
it.
think Vancouver's the best out of the winless teams.
Yeah, it probably is, but I want to watch that match so bad. I want to see it.
Okay, so the only two. Wait, hold on here. Let me go to 2021 season. The map they have 100% win record on is in the pool again. In fact, they only have one hybrid maps, which is
Dang.
odd. They've
Yeah, it's very strange.
drawn an assault. They've won Nimbani against Fusion, and they won King's Row against Chengdu. King's Row is back in the pool, and Nimbani is out. I'm gonna give them a map. I think 3-1.
Give them.
I think 3-1 because, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I do not have confidence in Yakpung. If Yakpung and Bianca weren't shitters, then it would be a 3-0. But it'll be a 3-1. Last 3 matches, boys. Gladiators versus Eternal. Los Angeles Gladiators versus Paris Eternal.
Glad 3-1.
I don't give Paris a map.
I say Glad's 3-1.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it's gonna be a steamroll.
You think it's gonna be a steamroll? Last time they played, it was not a
Well,
steamroll.
It by numbers a steamroll. But
Oh, you think it'll be close maps, but it'll still be a 3-1.
I think it'll be close maps. Yeah, but it'll be 3.
When they last played, it was 3-1.
Yeah, so I feel like Glads have gotten better. So has Paris, granted, but
All right, I need to be able to look at the maps. My fucking thing's being weird, champ. Hello. All right, there we go. Boston Uprising against Florida Mayhem. I give Mayhem this. I think this will be a 3-1.
Mayhem 3, yeah, I was gonna say Mayhem 3-1.
I don't give Boston a map.
Yeah, especially because I even though I know he's not super proficient at it, I think giving OG the Ryan again might give him some much needed flexibility. Besides just the Winston, he can play the Orisa, but it's just not as good. I think giving him that flexibility and letting Gargoyle play the Diva like more aggressively instead of having to play in a dive fashion will help them out a lot.
Okay, but I'm gonna bring up some quick coaching reminder for you guys. You guys have scrimmed Ryan Zarya's double bubble in 1. So even if Ryan's in pool, if the meta is double bubble, the meta is double bubble. That's not gonna shift.
Yeah, but we don't know what the meta's gonna be. I think it'll be more like Melee meta, where it's just everything. It's just really random and varied. I think it'll be super varied. I think you'll see different. I think it'll be very map dependent. I think if you see King's Row, you're gonna see the Reinhardt. I think if you see fucking what else in the map pool, I don't fucking know. If you, Route 66, you're gonna see double bubble. I think.
Well, you can see, or you can make the assertion that it's actually not even map dependent. It's more teams have kind of found their own style this season.
That's true. Dallas proved that they just fucking make the meta. Dallas just aren't meta slaves. Just very fun. All right, and then the last one of this week, we've got Toronto Defiant against the Vancouver Titans. I'm not confident in what I'm about to say right now.
Got 3-2 Toronto.
I've also got 3-2 Toronto.
I've got Vancouver.
Now, I'm not actually putting
getting
these
two
into my pick'ems because I only put in the first day pick'ems.
I put them all in my pick'ems until, like a week. Because I forget to do pick'ems all the time.
Honestly, I don't really have faith in Toronto to the extent I do in other matches if Aspire is in. So I'll agree. 3-2 Toronto.
I thought you were gonna fucking side of Vancouver just then.
We all pred breadsticks for the Vancouver Titans fans.
Well, bro, okay, you want to know the best thing ever? Here, hold on, let me save my preds in the fucking website, and I'm gonna feed you some spicy information here. So the Vancouver Titans, I believe their last match of the last week of the regular season is London Spitfire against the Vancouver Titans. That's the only time they play. The Bread Bowl.
They have a chance to do it.
Unless fucking Sparker comes in and transforms the Spitfire, then it's just GG's. I don't know how good Sparker is. I've never seen the man play.
The worst part is like a bit like franchises and branding is. Yeah, I feel bad for the players, but I really can't, in good faith, want Vancouver to really succeed.
Yeah, no, I don't want them to succeed.
I want Terry to succeed, not the rest of them.
I want Terry to get picked up to a good team with developmental ability.
I think Terry could go to somewhere like Boston. Terry could go to somewhere like Boston. They can Terry could improve that roster.
Terry could go to Glads if he wanted to.
No, I don't think so. I think Glad's team is pretty well rounded. You've got Kevster, who's basically a hyperflex. You've got Mirror for the odd picks. Like Mirror can play the Torby, can play the Genji and stuff. And you've got Birdring on the hit scan. I think Glad's is. I don't think there's anything else you can add to Glad's besides actually no. Besides maybe another tank. Besides maybe another tank. That's all I could add to Glad's. That's it.
See, you're operating under the assumption players won't be dropped to retire or make trades.
Yeah,
that's true. I think Moth will retire after this year. I think
I wouldn't be surprised.
Birdring also might retire. Birdring's been in the league for 4 years. He's fucking old. He's fucking old. Actually, how old is Birdring? Wait, what? Birdring's only 22?
Yeah, he's been in the league since 18.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if also just spitting out people who retire. Linkser, Fred Wiener. Not Fred Wiener won't retire. Well,
Birdring's
maybe
only been
he
in the
will.
league a year. Then again, Ons was only in the league for a year, but now he's back.
But I wouldn't be surprised if most of Vancouver leaves, because, or at least gets fired. Get rid of Fire and Rolf and get
Real players.
a support line. Because holy fuck, Fire and Rolf do not inspire confidence as a support player.
Wait here, let me go ahead. Let me look. Okay, Titans roster: Dalton, keep him or leave him.
Dalton, go to a better team.
Okay, no, but assuming they can't. Okay, assuming they don't have that option, do you keep him or do you leave him?
Keep.
Yeah, he's keep.
Linkser.
Drop.
Yeah. Drop.
Yeah, drop him.
Teru, that's a hot keep.
Keep.
Changsik. Drop.
Keep because he's new.
No, he's not. He's not. He played the game in 2018.
Oh, drop.
He played in the game in 2018, took a break, and then came back. Apparently. Basically,
So what you're saying is he should have. So what you're saying is he should have gone to Valiant.
No, because he's Korean, not Chinese.
No, but you get the meme there.
Yes, I do get the meme, but it's gotta hold up. Fried Wiener.
Keep.
Yeah.
Keep. Rolf.
Drop.
Yeet. Fuck that bitch.
Fire.
Yeet.
Drop. Yep. Yeet. Fuck. Their support line is
dog.
Because what I like to do. That's how I really started to learn how to play support. Back when I was just learning, is I'd be in pro mode in the fucking Overwatch League thing on Twitch, and I'd watch the support players play. If I got to watch Rolf and Fire play, that'd be the least inspiring thing. As someone who wants to play support.
What's less inspiring, Rolf and Fire or Huya and Hybe?
Rolf and Fire.
I think Rolf and Fire is worse.
They
Yeah,
are.
Because
agree.
Hype's on an
Yeah.
off roll. Hype's an off tank player.
Yeah, like guys, you can find better support players. Like,
Pick up Jelly Gold Al 2022.
Lucio Shitlord.
I think
I would love to get stomped by FD God.
I'm sure Tech could actually arrange that for you. Or no, not FD God, Masa.
Masa, I'd let
We're
Masa
going to
step
the
on me.
homestand, so you could ask Jexy to step on you, but apparently
Yeah,
Jexy is
Jexy.
one of the nicest humans to ever like exist.
Ask Fielder to step on me.
Could do. You could do. Just ask Taz to do it. Fucking find Tazmo.
Asmo would do it.
I
I feel
will
like-
get you banned from homestands.
Yes, I will get banned from it. I've gone to look. I would have gone to 3 at that point. I'd be fine.
I'd be fine. I haven't gone to one yet. I'm excited because we're only going to the first day, right? We're only going to the first day.
There's not a second day. There's
There's
only one
not a
day.
second day.
Yeah.
So wait, are all the teams coming to Dallas then, or what's the move?
No, it's Dallas playing in Dallas, Houston's playing in Houston, and we're just all in an arena.
Okay, so but the opposition won't be also in the
No,
arena.
they won't be there. No.
Dallas isn't even playing week 1. Sad momentum. That's probably why it's on the 9th. But still,
Yeah, exactly.
why is Dallas'
Also-
schedule hard? What the fuck is this? Why is Dallas' schedule hard?
Also, the Esports Arena is just a beautiful fucking stadium. I love that place.
It is the place right next to the NV headquarters, right?
No,
No, it's
that's the American Airlines Center. That's where actual sports is played.
Oh.
It's over there by Globe Life Field.
I don't know where that
which
is, so I guess I'll find
For the
out.
Rangers. It's in Arlington.
Fuck, that's a drive.
It's a 45-minute drive. It's not bad. I take it often.
You take it often?
Yeah,
You take it
I
off?
family in Arlington. Yeah, all the time. Especially when Luckyy joins the calls when I take it off.
You're fully clothed right now, from what I can tell.
Hey, look,
Don't.
that's why I turned the camera back on after I sat down.
Ah, okay. Where are we at in the podcast? Are we getting? Okay, we're not getting copyrighted.
Copyrighted.
We're not copyrighted.
You can't copyright this
Genitals are
bitch.
copyrighted.
Oh, fight you.
Anything else we want to discuss, boys?
I'm up for anything
I
except
don't know.
Except.
politics.
True.
All right, so
I agree. I agree. We're not doing politics on this podcast.
No, we're not doing. If you want to go listen to politics, go to like Michelle Obama or like Joe Rogan or something. I almost said Joe.
Go to
Biden.
that.
Joe Rogan, yeah.
Go to that fucking. Who's? It's Barack Obama and what? Bruce Springsteen.
They have a podcast.
I don't know what I don't know what the fuck that podcast is about.
Wait,
but-
Barack Obama, and Bruce Springsteen. Wait, hold on, Barack Obama. Wait, Barack.
I don't know what it's about. I hope it's just them shooting the shit. Is it Bruce-
Honestly, you said Joe and my heart was a bit of stuff. I
It's
thought
called
Joe Biden had a
Renegade.
podcast.
I don't know why
It's
it
called
exists.
Renegades, and it's produced by Higher Ground, the Obama's production company. Why do they have a production company?
Because Obama's a millionaire.
Yeah, he was a president. And he's gonna fucking ride that with.
I mean, is he a millionaire?
If you were fucking president, would you not plug your Twitch channel?
I don't think I would. Actually, no, I totally would. What am I on about?
Exactly.
Bro, how many thousands of people went to watch AOC play Among Us with fucking Valkyrie and Corpse and
I don't
fucking
know.
Symphony
A lot.
and all them?
A lot.
Do people still? Is Corpse still a big deal? That's actually a question.
Yes.
Is Corpse
Yes.
still a big deal?
Yes.
I feel like he's faded out of the limelight quite a lot. But
Limelight, yes, but he's still popular.
Yeah, he's. Yeah.
Does he stream on Twitch?
Yes. No, YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
He's a YouTuber.
YouTube idiot.
Dude, I made a British pun to my friend Beanie the other day, and I thought it was the funniest thing
He
ever.
still hasn't hit 10K. He still hasn't hit 10 million.
Oh, I saw that on
subs.
Twitter. saw that on your Twitter.
Something about in it, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was.
Wait, what?
Oh, Lucky's just shitting on British people.
Oh.
I'm not shitting on British people. Beanie's one of my friends.
Which means you just shit on them. Because they're your
No,
friends.
she shits on me.
True.
Never mind, I'm not saying that. Never mind. Not going
You
there.
figured out why I'm laughing yet?
No, why?
No, why are you laughing? What are you laughing at?
Just imagining Luckyy getting shit on.
Uh,
In the literal sense.
See, I was gonna say something, but then I realized that would be way out of pocket.
Out of pocket, off of the no. Let's not be too out of pocket here. I want to be friendly to advertisers, despite the fact that I don't get advertisers.
Oh, here's a good thing. Trending in United States. Hashtag McAfee didn't kill himself.
Who's McAfee?
You know, like John McAfee.
Who?
Created McAfee.
No, wait.
He literally founded the antivirus software McAfee.
McAfee, yeah.
He killed himself 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
How do you spell his name? Oh.
McAfee.
John McAfee's ominous suicide tweets stir Epstein-style conspiracies.
Cool, good talk.
I didn't know this dude existed. Wait, he was born in 1945?
Old fucker. People can be old, Trace, believe it or not. All right, well, we're getting to the point in the podcast where we sit here in silence for about 30 seconds, which means it's time to end it.
No,
from my experience.
No. I'm still trying to learn about who this dude is. Who is this dude?
He founded an antivirus software.
Is it like a popular antivirus software?
Yes.
Oh my, dude.
No, I'm not even like I wish I was memeing right now. I'm really not.
It was literally the premier antivirus for like years.
Yeah.
Really? What until what? Trend Micro?
I don't know, until whatever's hot in the market, whatever you Zoomers use. I don't know.
I use Trend Micro because my dad's a sales employee, but I don't.
I live life on the edge, and I don't pay for that.
Don't end up. You're gonna end up like Chris. You know that, right? You're gonna end up like Chris.
I'm literally fetching your IP as we speak. I'll see you in about 2 to 3 business days.
He's fetching what?
He's gonna wheel himself over here. He's gonna wheel over to my house menacingly.
That would be about a month, not 2 to 3 business days.
Depends on it depends on what set of wheels you're on, though. Realistically,
Planes have wheels.
planes do have wheels.
Oh, in that case, 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, just imagine Luckyy at full speed, fucking Tokyo drifting down I-35.
Oh, can we talk about how Tech bodied me in everyone else's quotes?
Yeah, Tech does you the most dirty.
Wait, what did Tech
in
do?
quote.
Here, wait. I'm using Discord, so I can't just.
Well, he bodied me.
Inflated and if I can see no hosts.
Hold on, I'm about to see this. I've got Discord web version pulled up on my fucking PC. Everyone else quotes. Let's see.
It's the screenshot.
Yeah, you got fucking violated. For those of you that don't know, Mr. Luckyy's in a wheelchair.
It wasn't obvious by the fact that I've talked about his wheels already.
You've spoken. Oh, that's right. We literally just did. And for reference,
Is that a shaker cup? The fuck you shaking?
wait,
Hold
on.
I've been drinking at it all fucking day.
I just realized something.
It's been there.
I just realized something about Alex.
What'd you realize?
He is the inverse of FaZe Jev in terms of everything.
Which one is Jev?
The handsome one.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Thanks.
Let me make sure.
Well, I said you're the inverse, Alex.
FaZe Jev. Who is this man?
He wears a pink headset. He wears a pink hoodie.
The most
Have shaker cups.
He looks a little bit like Jacksepticeye.
Really?
A little bit.
No.
A
What?
little bit.
Okay, he's white.
He's got the beard makes it.
He looks
Actually-
the closest.
the beard makes it. Look
Actually,
His eyes a little bit. I can see. it.
Okay, Alex, can I counterpoint you?
Hmm.
He's actually not white. He's Hispanic.
Oh, in this picture I'm looking at, he looks white. Probably
He's
just
white.
lighting.
He's white passing his shit, but he's Hispanic by like his father. He's like.
Oh,
Hispanic
gotcha.
through it. He's a light-skinned Hispanic boy that literally doesn't speak Spanish.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of Hispanic people.
I don't know. I like this picture of him.
You like the picture?
You're gonna frame that on your wall?
Actually,
What wall? What wall is there left?
Do I have a wall right here?
The closet wall, or that's a door. Wait.
The closet wall. Man, if only there was a door that opened and closed.
I like that picture too.
Yeah, that's my favorite picture.
All right, well, I think we're gonna end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching.
All right, I gotta go walk out the fucking room wall here, which is right over here.
Thank you guys for watching this week's episode of Lobby Chat. Make
Yeah,
sure to follow
I think there's
Lucky's
a-
Twitter in the description below. He's like top line or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Follow my Twitch and Spotify. Follow his Twitch and Twitter. And yeah, I should probably look at the camera when I'm addressing this. Next week, very cool, very happy, fun times. Goodbye.